Hi, everybody. This is Mark Plunkett, the pastor of Heritage Presbyterian Church, and this is our 2-minute Bible lesson from the first chapter of Mark, the third chapter of Matthew, the first chapter of John, and the third chapter of Luke. The Gospels tell the same story of Jesus, but they tell it from the point of view of 4 completely different men. And these 4 men may have used some of the same information, may have even had some notes that each one of them got to use or something like that, because some of them are awfully similar. But they also tell very, very different stories. And some of them tell part of the Jesus story, and they tell things that none of the other 3 tell. Or there might be a story in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, but not in John. I have always told the people in my church, whenever the 4 Gospels tell the same story, whenever they tighten up, in other words, pay attention. Pay very, very close attention. Let me give you a couple of examples. All 4 of them talk about Jesus changing Simon's name to Peter, Cephas, the rock, and then on that rock he would build his church. They all talked about Jesus making a whip of cords and cleaning out the temple. They tell it at slightly different times, but all 4 of them talk about Jesus doing that. They all talk about feeding the 5,000. They all talk about Jesus dying on the cross, the betrayal, the trial, the crucifixion, the terrible, terrible crucifixion. But on Easter morning, they tell slightly different stories, especially Mark. Mark tells the story of the women going to the tomb, they find it empty, and they run away, and they don't tell anybody. If they don't tell anybody, how do we know? Here's the thing I want to talk about. All 4 Gospels start real early talking about John the Baptist. John the Baptist came and announced that Jesus was coming. And John the Baptist had a huge following of disciples. John the Baptist got the attention of the religious scholars and the people and so forth. John the Baptist prepared the way for Jesus. All 4 Gospels tell the story of John the Baptist. And they tell it in almost exactly the same way. When the Gospels tell the same story, when the Gospels tighten up, pay attention. That means it's really important. John the Baptist is really, really important because he paved the way for Jesus Christ. Amen.